Hello, hello, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. We're here with Kota-chan. I don't know why. I guess we'll find out. This morning, the curtains drawn over the window it keeps that darkness lingering. The memories find Kota defenseless in his bed. The dragon's chest rises and falls in a slow and steady rhythm. His eyelids flick from time to time, visions dancing behind the veil they provide. He snorts as a soft sigh escapes parted lips. He turns over, body curling around itself beneath the warm sheets. Memory, boon and bane of all who have a mind, tightens its grasp. Oh, okay. When he went to see his brother, whom he loved so unendurable. I know what the word is. I just can't pronounce it, guys. Unendurably. That winter night, the river wind was so cold that the sand lingers where crying. He followed their voice to the shrine where the soldiers encap- en- encap- encampment had been. No one walks its halls, lightless and long abandoned. The door was broken. Heart pounding, eyes wide, he rushed inside to find that nothing there remained. Silks torn down, ransacked, the work of prowling magpies, taking all they could. The altar was bare, its slumbering blade stolen. A torment twists in its heart. Torn, a torment of the face of his brother. Words escaped full of spite and rage. Humiliation and shame, hot as the waters of the boiling springs. Fellows routed, crushed, broken by the changing tides of reality. Rebellion. Pushed back as Sashu. Sashu. Okay. Old soldiers replaced with new as Empire restored. With that, they parted. One laid his sword to rest, the other's heart cleaved in twain. A heart cleaved in twain may yet beat. The river flows no matter how it may be split endless. So it was when they were born. They rose, blinking in the new dawn's light, and saw one another. At once they recognized brotherhood. They dwelt in the shade of a single tree, and knew their destinies would lie beyond this life. They knew when they themselves cupped the water from the that single clear stream, that the depth of their affection was not shallow, fresh water, clear from the deep valleys of the deepest mountains, though they cupped their fill and cupped. Again, those waters for them, they would never cease. With a start, he wakes in tears. With one hand, the dragon fumbles the lamp at his bedside to illuminate, banishing the memories-filled darkness. With the other, he wipes away the hot wetness upon his cheeks. He looks around, eyes blurry. There is no stream, and no shade-giving tree, no onsen. There are no thrashing shadows on the wall, no table overturned in wrath, no onsen. There is no desecrated shrine, no empty space where something precious should be, no onsen. The dragon's head falls back onto his pillow. His chest heaves, a breath in and then out. What is it that has disturbed those old ghosts and drawing them forth from the distant past to haunt his dreams? He knows, of course, but he does not scorn or blame. Mr. Josh's curiosity was earnest, sincere, innocent. But the human's questions have revealed thoughts long ago pushed into the back of the dragon's mind. The coolness, the cool sweet waters of reminiscence has stagnated into a swampy mere. Old regrets prick and sting him, the pain of them renewed. Should he have held his tongue rather than argue and castigate? Castigate. Don't know what a castigate is. No. Bet. Why are touchscreens the worst? Why are they bad? Okay. Reprimand someone severely. Okay.
Castigate.
Castigate. Okay. Okay. We got there. What should he have said or done differently? Would onsen still be enough? The road leads nowhere, and there are far more pleasant paths of reverie to travel. Kota's eyes. Oh. Okay. Kota's eyes slip shut as he shifts under the covers, repositioning himself upon the mattress. Its softness reminds him of the grass upon the riverbank. Behind his eyelids, a scene unfolds. Rushing waters glinting in the sunlight. Green leaves, dappled, with gold dancing in the gentle breeze and onsen. Red scales, a shade darker than. I wasn't about to say darker than black. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We don't need to talk about Chinese Electric Batman. We don't need to talk about it. Still damp from their swim, a scarred body bared with pride, all the more impressive in repose. Blue eyes gains at Kota from above a warm smile, warm as the waters of his domain. A warrior and a brewer of sake, a meeting at the fountainhead of their respective river. It was their special place. Where they had each other. Where they had each risen from the waters upon their birth. It was where they could speak with one another about anything at all, letting duty and propriety fall away. It was where they claimed their chance at happiness, with no shame and no heed to whatever anyone might say about what was right or proper. A man should be used to binding himself. Kota remembers words spoken in a quiet voice, a humid and a sweet-scented breath at his temple and cheeks and lips. It is respectable that he limit himself. He remembers feather-light touches upon his shoulder and nape, his chest and stomach, his lips, his hips and thighs. Yes, but there is such a thing as too many shackles. He remembers tongues intertwining, bodies pressing together. The two halves of a heart. He gasps, blank eyes staring at the blank ceiling above, and he feels that old familiar stirring. Heat blooms, stinging the scales of his cheeks and the deep recesses of his core. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. The dragon doesn't have to look down at himself, but does. He is aroused, aching, wanting. The dragon's head falls back onto his pillow. His chest heaves, a breath in and then out. As memories tighten and it tightens its grasp once more, Akoto reaches down towards the surging of his wand. This should say avert your gaze, you know? Do not avert your gaze. Like, come on. Oh, unbridled want. It churns and surges like the river upon the rocks. He gives himself, to raggeding desire, losing all modesty in its flow. The darkened room, lit only by his bedside lamp, is filled with the sounds of his indulgence. Soft moans and sighs, a grunt, a hiss, a groan as sensations arcs like lightning along its spine. Quiet words in a trembling voice, a name so bittersweet upon his tongue, and echoes of what they said to one another so long ago. He kicks the covers off as the heat grows unbearable. The fire in the dragon's belly is stoked high enough to make him sweat. His hands explore, touch, trace the old trail that Onsen once blazed. And all the while, until he pulls himself, grasping and trembling from the turbulent streams of his passion, Koda remembers. The scene behind his eyelids darkens, fades, retreats into the recesses of fondly held memories. Koda looks down at himself and grimaces. He will have to wash up before starting yet another day. But that will come later, when the trembling of his limbs and shuddering of his breast abates. Yes. For now, he wants to cling to what echoes and satiation. Satiation. Yes. Yet remains. The dragon undoes his fudanshi, using it to wipe up the worst of the mess he's made of himself. Then, as the two of them would back then, he lays himself down to let the tingling warmth engulf his body and mind. A memory releases its hold upon him. All that he left is a single thought, which twinges and aches within the core of his being. He cannot bear this want any longer. Okay. Just when you sit down at your desk, ready to draw up the day's plans, someone knocks on the door. A slow, steady rhythm. Come in. The door swings open, and Kota pokes his head into your office. When his eyes, distant and just a little blurry, fall upon you, the dragon gives you a half-hearted bow. That's it, just a short half bow, yes. Good morning, Mr. Josh. May I take a moment of your time? Of course. Come on in and sit down. This time, you're the one who gestures, and this time he's the one who accepts with a grateful nod. Graceful as ever, he slides over to take a seat in the chair before your desk. But when he drops into it, you can see traces of wariness showing through his cool, calm, collected demeanor. So, what's up? The dragon's eyes remain dormant. Distant? Yes. Unfocused, directed at a point just above your left shoulder. A brief hint of a fang pokes out, catching on his bottom lip. His restless hands readjust his robe, a trace idle pattern of the chair's arm, tug upon his beard. Kota?
Please, excuse me. I was...
Lost in reminiscence? The scales of his cheeks darken, and the dragon clears his throat.
Truth be told, I didn't sleep very well last night. I was thinking about the conversations we've been having, about my travels and about Onsen.
I see. You fold your hands before you on your desk, looking at the dragon. There are new lines on his face and new bags under his eyes. Would you like to talk about it? A deep breath in, a heavy, gusty sigh out. At last, a nod.
I would. I think I'm ready for it.
All right. Give me just a few minutes to get everyone's schedules drawn up, and then we can talk for as long as you want. I'll ask Asterion to cover for me.
Actually, that's what I want to talk to you about.
For the first time this morning, his lips perk upwards into something that could almost be called a smile.
This home you and Asterion have built has come to house quite a little family, hasn't it? Luke, Robert, Kembish, and Themba.
And you, Kota, the hotel's meant to be a home for you too, and will be for as long as you wish to stay. His smile blooms a little broader at that.
Thank you. I cannot say how much that means to me. So, as I said, I have been thinking about our conversation, and I have decided that perhaps they deserve to learn a little more about me as well. I will tell you, and then everything.
Kota, like I said, it's your business. Please don't feel like you have to...
I want to.
One claw taps a steady rhythm on the arm of his chest. Chair? Yes, on the arm of his chair. What? Look, guys. It's one of those days. It's just one of those days. The thought crossed my mind
that I may have been approaching all of this form from wrong angles entirely. I've been carrying this burden all these years, Mr. Josh, keeping myself distant from those I met, lest they learn too much, being
circumspect? We're going to Google again. It's fine. I'm caving this recording session and just like, I don't know, going back to basics of this channel of just Googling every other word.
Circumspect.
Excuse me?
Circumspect.
Circumspect? Okay. Wary and unwilling to take risks. Well, that does describe Kota. Okay.
Chasing leads. Yeah, chasing, lead after lead that ended in day end after dead end. I can't.
He cracks. He crumbles. He slumps in his seat, his shoulders and head sagging with the weight of his thoughts.
I can't do it anymore.
You get up and move around the desk. The dragon flinches when your hand lands on his shoulder, but he doesn't pull away. Rather, his own hand moves to clench your forearm. The clock ticks once, twice, thrice. The only sound in the room is his every ragged, shuddering breath. In, out. Silence. You stand by Kota's side and offer to the comfort of your presence until he can gather himself up once more, until the melancholy which grips him passes. He grows steady once more. A shuddering breath in, a long, slow breath out. Coda peeks upwards and meets your gaze, and you give him a smile while ignoring the wetness of his eyes.
Thank you.
Of course. With a gracious nod, the dragon accepts to proffered tissue. You wait for him to make himself presentable once more, and then speak. I can get everything coordinated with Asterion and the others. You just take the day off, okay? Let me know when let me know when you'd like everyone to meet up.
As soon as it is feasible. If, it wouldn't be too much trouble.
It won't be any trouble at all. He moves to stand up, and you step away to give him room. The dragon turns to face you, and gives you a low, deep bow.
In that case, I will prepare myself, get my thoughts in order.
Make flashcards. All right, we'll get together in a bit. Take it easy until then, okay?
I will. Thank you, Mr. Josh, for everything.
With that, and one more smile shared between the two of you, the dragon slips out of your office. You, meanwhile, return to your duties. Okay. Oh, that feels bad. Manage team. There's no one in exploration? Themba. We'll do this. This. This? That look good? Yeah, okay. We will finish. And we will end the part here for now. So I'll see you around, everyone.